You know, that question is a very good question because so much of what we want to do is dependent on having more flexibility for the state to be able to spend money and collect and keep money. So it's really an overarching issue for all of us. I too support Andrew Romanoff's SAFE initiative. In fact, there's a petition going around. I think if you haven't signed it yet to get it on the ballot, make sure you sign it before you leave tonight. I do think that's a good start if we can free up some of the difficult effects of the ratchet down that happens with the Tabor Amendment. I also think that we are going to have to look at some of the other funding mechanisms or restrictions that we have. There's a statute that restricts spending to 6% each year from the year prior, and that also affects how our government is able to spend money and or retain money. We have various additional constitutional restrictions like the Gallagher Amendment. I think we really need to look comprehensively at all of these in order to allow the state to do, or allow the representatives to do what they are elected to do, which is to exercise judgment and be able to look at the budget situation and make informed decisions about how money should be spent. It's really, it's got to be so frustrating for those of you, some of you here who work in the governor's office or who have been in legislative positions or aides, to really have these ideas and these things that you want to do and yet be constrained by so many restrictions on our ability to spend. So it's something I really want to spend time on. I want to work very hard. I think, again, Colorado deserves better. We are at a point where people want to move this state forward, and I think as people begin to really understand the impact that Tabor has had on this state, and that's one of the reasons we are at the bottom of the pack in so many areas, that we will be able to create a groundswell to free us from these fiscal constraints.